Judges chapter 13 talks more about Samson's birth. Talks about the story of Samson. But then Manoah, in verse 8, Manoah asked God to show them how they are going to train this child that he has given them. They had to pray to God. And as they prayed, they had to believe that, okay, this is a gift from God, and we believe that it's only God who is going to guide us on how to train or teach this child. God had given them a gift, but they did not know how to handle the gift. Many a times, parents have children, and they reach a time when they're like, okay, what exactly am I doing? You know, your child does this and you're like, I don't know, I remember telling this child about this. But then it all goes back to God, going before God and telling him, okay, you gave me this responsibility. I beseech thee, help me, show me what to do. That is what Manoah did. He went back to God and prayed and is like, yes, you have given me this child, but please show me how to train the child. Now, the school is just an extension of what parents do. We shall give them knowledge that we can give them. But it's the parent to start with teaching. Amen? Amen. And then, this is where we present to them the laws, the statutes. Yes, you've gone to God, you're like, God, please show me how to teach this child. And God has shown you. He's like, I'm giving you my word. Which, to me, his word is the Bible. I'm giving you my word. Now, those are the statutes he has presented to you. He's like, this is the law. Okay? So your work is to do what? Read. Understand it. And when you read, you take it in, you understand it, and he will give you the in-depth understanding and the wisdom to be able to present it to your child, or to be able to pass it. Amen? So that is where we look at Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, which talks about training a child in a way that they should go, so that even when they grow old, they will never forget. Yes? The advantage is we know God, we know Christ, we know the Bible. So God has instructed us through the Bible. He's like, okay, I've given you this gift. You've come back to me asking me how to handle the matter. And I'm giving you guidelines. So the Bible are the guidelines. Yes? That is where we are like, God has given us the statutes and the laws for us to follow. And those are the guidelines. So he gives you the guidelines and he's instructing you, he's telling you, teach this child so that even when they're old, they will not forget. The one thing I know is whatever you tell your child, sometimes they may ignore, but they will never forget. There are things my dad told me when I was young, and I literally ignored the old man. But right now I remember them. I'm like, oh, so this is what dad meant. At that time, maybe I just didn't understand. Yes? They may not understand some of the things you tell them, but they will always remember them. You know? Just like how you take your child out for ice cream, just one day, and that song will be sung for a whole year. We went for ice cream. First, we were not going for ice cream the whole year, but you just took them once in about 6 months. They remember. Yes? You keep telling your child that sharing is caring. You know? You have something, you have it in plenty. It is okay to share with others. With time, they will make it a virtue in their lives. It becomes mandatory to them. It becomes their principle. Why? One, God gave you this gift. Two, you went and asked him for help on how to handle the matter. Three, he gave you a solution, which is his word. And his word has the guidelines. And he gives you a specific instruction that train this child in a way that they should go, so that they shall never forget, even when they grow old. Because God knows how our brains work. We just never forget some things. There are others which we do, we forget. Maybe someone's phone number you forget, which is very fine. But most cases, an emphasis made by someone, you cannot forget. If you keep telling your child, this is where we get water from, this is where we get water from, and you do that every day, even when they grow up, maybe in their homes, they'll create something that looks like where they used to get water from, and that is where they'll get water from. That's the uniqueness of instructing a child. And then, God also encourages us not to forget the laws, the statutes. That is why our motto is, following God's statutes for great wisdom. The only way we are going to become wise, the only way we are going to receive wisdom, the only way people will point at us and be like, those people, yes, they are wise, is if we follow God's statutes. And train the children through those statutes. That even when they are trained and they grow up, people keep saying, those are great people. That is a great nation. So my encouragement to all of us is, let us not